All right, Chiefs Kingdom. It's week 4, and we've got a monster matchup. Our Kansas City Chiefs are heading into battle against the Baltimore Ravens in what feels like an early AFC playoff preview. Anytime Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson square off, you know it's going to be special. Both are MVPs, both lead elite franchises, and both know this game could matter a lot come January. The storylines: Mahomes looking to keep Kansas City at the top of the AFC. Lamar trying to prove Baltimore can finally break through and win when it counts most. So let's dive into the key matchups, the X factors, and my prediction for this heavyweight showdown. Let's start with the good guys, our Chiefs offense. Patrick Mahomes has faced Baltimore plenty, and history tells us he usually gets the best of them. In fact, he's thrown 13 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions in these head to heads. Even when Lamar's been efficient, Mahomes is the one finishing drives. Now, with Rashee Rice still suspended for 3 more weeks, Mahomes is spreading it around. Hollywood Brown adds that take the top off speed. Juju Smith Schuster is the chain mover, and rookies like Jalen Royals, hopefully, they're going to be finding a part in this week. And of course, we've got Travis Kelce as a nightmare matchup potentially here as he starts to find his rhythm and groove this season, and more out of Tyquan Thornton, please. So, Baltimore has struggled against elite tight ends like our own Travis Kelce for years. So I think this is a game where Kelce can dictate coverage by himself. In the run game, this is an Isaiah Pacheco game. Baltimore's given up close to 150 rushing yards per game, one of the worst marks in the league. And with Namdi Madubuki ruled out on the defensive line, that softens the middle even more. Feed Pacheco early. Make the Ravens commit to the box, and then Mahomes can pick them apart over the top. The offensive line has to step up though. Guys like Kyle Van Noy, Owe, they are going to test tackles like our Jawan Taylor and Donovan Smith. But if Mahomes gets a clean pocket, look out, y'all. Now, flipping to the other side, our defense versus Lamar. This season, Steve Spagnuolo's group has been lights out, giving up under 300 total yards per game, and that's elite. The balance is perfect, really. Stingy against both the pass and the run. But Lamar Jackson is unlike anyone else. He's dangerous when the pocket breaks down, and now he has serious weapons. Yes, Derrick Henry looked a little bit not as strong as probably expected in the last week here, but he is the bell cow running back, and pairing him with Lamar in the backfield is a scary sight. Behind him, they've got Justice Hill and rookie Rasheen Ali for change of pace. At wide receiver, Baltimore added a familiar face, a familiar name with DeAndre Hopkins, a future Hall of Famer. Pair him with Zay Flowers, and you've got one of the NFL's most explosive young playmakers. They've also got Rashad Bateman in the slot, and if you've got problems to solve there. And of course, their tried and true tight end, Mark Andrews, still one of the best in the league. And if he starts winning seams, it opens everything up for Lamar. So what's the plan? Chris Jones collapsing the pocket. George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, hopefully, keeping outside contain, and Nick Bolton playing downhill to limit Henry. Then you got our linebackers, Leo Chenal, who'll be playing in these critical spying Lamar and plugging the gaps. In the secondary, man, Trent McDuffie likely seeing a lot of Zay Flowers, all right? And we've got to expect him to hold up. And then we've got to make sure that we also contain Hopkins and Bateman as well. So this is going to be a true discipline game. Don't over pursue, don't give Lamar an escape lane whatsoever. Now, let's not overlook our special teams. So for Kansas City, our special teams in terms of field goals and whatnot, Harrison Butker's pretty automatic. And in a close game, that reliability is huge. So Baltimore also is rolling in with their own kicker, and they've got a punter who's pretty reliable, and they've proven themselves as well. But Kansas City's coverage units have been strong. And of course, Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, two of the NFL's most longest tenured, most respected coaches. Both are aggressive, both are creative when they want to be, and both are definitely proven winners. Don't be surprised if this one comes down to a gutsy fourth quarter decision. I think that we have seen this as Kansas City fans time and time again, and so it might be a slow start. Just hang in there, all right? So, what are the keys for Kansas City this week? We need to protect Mahomes. Give him a clean pocket, and he'll find Kelce, he'll find Hollywood, he'll find Tyquan, he'll find them. Feed Pacheco, okay? And Kareem Hunt. Exploit the soft Ravens run defense, especially with Madubuki out. Contain Lamar. Don't let him extend drives with his legs. Force him to win from the pocket, which will be a little bit harder for him to do if he's forced to do so. Now, for Baltimore, it's about Derrick Henry taking shots with Flowers and Hopkins and hoping the defense can force a turnover or two. So we're not going to let that happen. How does it end, y'all? Well, every time Mahomes and Lamar meet, it's a must-watch football game. Lamar's has Hopkins, Flowers, Henry, so it isn't the same old Ravens offense, but history tells us that when the game is on the line, Mahomes always finds a way. So I see this being a grind, but in the fourth quarter, Mahomes makes that one throw that only he can make. It's going to be a tight game, y'all, but I'm predicting Chiefs 27, Ravens 23. What do y'all think? So let's hear from you. I want to hear your predictions for week 4. Who do you think is the X factor? What is your score prediction? How many turnovers are we going to force? I want to hear it from you. So drop it in the comments below. Get ready for this week. And as always, go Chiefs.